Wisdom, when reduced to simple adjectives, is often confused with understanding, knowledge, intelligence, or with the ability to store and manipulate information, create narratives, or solve problems. This vulgarization transforms a profound concept into mere appearance. One who demonstrates greater understanding, displays mastery of content, or articulates responses fluently comes to be seen as wiser, simply because they appear to know more. Wisdom, however, is not revealed on the surface of displayed knowledge, but in the depth of lived knowledge. The individual who devotes themselves to silent study, cultivates humility, and allows themselves to be guided by curiosity, that force which drives the overcoming of ignorance, moves through wisdom, without necessarily displaying it. They carry it, as one carries an inner flame, discreet yet constant. Paradoxically, this kind of wisdom often goes unnoticed, while displayed culture, even when superficial, is frequently mistaken for true wisdom. The social construction of the figure of the wise person often demands specific attributes, such as privileged memory, the ability to accumulate large quantities of information, quick reasoning, sharp observation, and the skill to formulate confident responses, though not always convincing. Added to this is the use of complex discourse, often wrapped in enigmatic metaphors, which creates an aura of mystery. The collective imagination contributes to this process, shaping the image of the wise person as someone silent, introspective, almost inaccessible. A charismatic and enigmatic gaze completes this composition, reinforcing the idea that wisdom is something seen, not something lived. The thirst for wise figures is so great that, often, persuasion is unnecessary, appearance is enough. Thus, the construction of a wise person may be viewed through two lenses. The first construction is intentional, the result of the individual themselves, or of a community that needs this figure to sustain its identity and continuity. The second is spontaneous, born from the idealization of common human capacities, interpreted as extraordinary. In both cases, there is a risk of confusing developed abilities with essential superiority. One who sees only the constructed wise figure, and not wisdom itself, loses the possibility of true communion with knowledge. They see the symbol, but not the meaning. They see the pedestal, but not the path. Medicine as a science arises as a natural consequence of the communion of knowledge, directed toward the care of body and mind, with the purpose of allowing each human being to reach the fullness of their capacities. In its essence, medicine is a gift, never an exchange. It is a sacred practice that should inspire all sciences, in order to offer knowledge so that beings may transcend limits, overcome fragilities, and expand their possibilities of existence. No science should charge for the knowledge it produces, for knowledge is nourishment. And nourishment should not be merchandise, but shared sustenance. Just as the body perishes without nutrition, humanity perishes without science. It is up to society, therefore, to prioritize and sustain scientific growth, ensuring that it is accessible to all. Wisdom, in turn, exists only as long as it remains unreachable, for it is not a point of arrival, but a horizon. And the human being will only fully exist when they understand that going beyond this horizon does not mean reaching it, but walking toward it, always.